So this is us sitting in isolation. That is Natalia way over there. There's blood over there, and there is Marie. But we are sitting like this not only because of isolation. There's a spitting cobra in my pool. We all strategically parked in these different positions so that the cats don't get in the pool. Because cats and cobras, not a good idea. Catch snakes and release them myself, but spitting cobra, poisonous snakes, nah, I don't have a snake kit. I'm not going to touch a snake like a cobra. So Arms is here. Hey, hey. You had to answer your phone.
Yeah, it's a spitter.
It's a spitting cobra.
Yeah.
Huh? So it is a spitting cobra. Arms is just going to go and get some glasses. That's what you'd need with a spitting cobra. Apparently they've got enough venom to carry on spitting, and we thought it spat all its venom out with Vlad's GoPro. So let's just check what's going on. I don't know
If you
that.
just died, it would be easy with any snake, but it's the pain you go through.
The pain you go through when the snake bites you. Yeah, it's quite slow on the. Yeah.
And if you calm, he won't spit.
Is it? He won't spit if you
Yeah,
come.
if you're relaxed.
If you relax, he won't spit.
Yeah.
Sure.
Hey, buddy. Watch how easy it is
What's
to
it?
catch a snake.
It's so easy. Yeah, that's all we needed. Thanks, Arms.
Is that very venomous? Arm?
Yeah. Horrible.
Dude, that thing bites you.
Horrible. And everyone, venom, when they spit on you, I even taste it. You can taste it.
That's horrible.
But it's protein.
Is
But
it?
it's bitter.
And no problem if you swallow it.
It's a protein.
It's a is it?
Yeah.
Just if it gets in your eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And don't ever put milk in your
And don't
mouth.
ever put milk, yep.
Just sit under a tap for 15 minutes at a time.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And what's the next step? Where do you take this little bit?
Wait,
I've got 3 now. All my tubes are full of cobras. This size.
What do you
is
do
it?
then?
I'll go release them all.
Release them. Wait, you release them. Hopefully not hillside dams.
National parks, far from
National
everyone.
parks.
Also, you actually
See, I don't say where because if
Yeah.
you go then you get bit. The first name you think of is me.
Yeah.
That guy's
Well, that's
old.
good. Catch and release. Better
Yeah.
than killing snakes, isn't it?
But you see
Absolutely.
some cobras refuse to go in here. Jeez.
They don't want to go in
Big
there.
ones.
The big ones don't want to go in there. And then how do you get them in there? Just
Eventually, patience. Just relax. Hold its tail, and then
it's a nice snake. How do you know if it's male or female? Can you tell?
the tail size.
The tail size.
Yeah,
The shorter tail.
shorter tail.
Yeah. All right.
The longer tail is the male.
Well, the shorter tail is the female.
Cool.
You guys. Thanks, Arms. Cool,
Thank
man.
you.
I was just worried about my cats, dude.
Yeah, no, everyone.
Snakes. You either love them, hate them, or are completely petrified of them. This video is about educating as many of you about snakes. A lot of defenseless snakes, unfortunately, are killed just because of our own ignorance. Not every snake is going to bite you and kill you. Most snakes will rather run away and take the escape route than just come and bite you. Of course, yes, accidents do happen. You can stand on a snake and it might bite you, but that is just more of a freak accident. Educate you. We also go in depth about the types of venom, the different types of fangs they have, and really interesting information you would need if you're out in the bush and one of you or your buddy got bitten, how to react, what to do, what is the best plan with someone with a snake bite. So stay tuned to learn all this interesting information. Very fortunate to interview a snake bite victim from a spitting cobra, Graham Jones. This man's story is phenomenal. Wow, you gotta listen to all of this. If you are a sensitive viewer, please let me warn you, there are some really graphic pictures of Graham's leg. Graham has been kind enough to show us the whole healing process of his leg during this really difficult healing process. So it is really educational. So that's why I am sharing this, so you can see what has happened and the treatment that has happened right here in Zimbabwe. So thank you to Graham for sharing all this. And if you are sensitive, maybe best you don't look at the screen, just listen to audio, because it is a really interesting interview with Graham. Thanks, Graham. We got to meet a real snake whisperer, Mr. Norman Crooks, an amazing man. That's all I can say. His home, letting us into his home, is just this beautiful garden with snake cages, beautiful cages, perfect for snakes. If I was a snake, I would want to live there. It is just a really awesome place. But Mr. Crooks, Norman, this man, the way he just holds his snakes, the way he handles his snakes, the way he handles reptiles, he is just incredible. You can see the passion, you can feel the love, just the gentleness of how he holds and manages and looks after his snakes. We also got to see him play with some really deadly snakes. Yes, the deadliest snakes in Africa. He was playing with his hands, a bandit cobra. Whew, scary stuff, man. Snakes can move fast, and one of the most feared snakes in Africa, a snake that could kill you or you and your buddies quick. The most feared snake in Africa, the black mamba. Mr. Crooks, he opens the cage, he gets in there, dude. He grabs this black mamba, he picks it up, and I'm like, what's going on here? And I just couldn't believe it. My first time to actually see someone handle a black mamba. Really impressive. So thanks, Mr. Crooks, also for inviting us into his home. I took our isolation family, we family now, the guys that are living locked down here from Romania and South America. They've been here for 3 months. They Zimbos now, they are part of our family, so we call ourselves the isolation family. And it was Marie's first time to actually handle a snake, so it was a really awesome time. Massive thanks to one of our Bulawayo snake handlers. Thanks for catching this little cobra. Although it's a baby, that thing could still cause a lot of damage. Thanks for your catch and release services. It's greatly appreciated. Another snake safely released into the wild. Thanks, buddy. And thanks, Mr. Crooks. So yeah, guys, join us right now in the snake pit. Did you just strike me?
Are you sure he's not gonna break that down?
Yeah, when they're little like that,
Look, he
they
struck
will.
again. It's so when they bite you like that. Are you just used to getting bitten by snakes?
Yeah, they're not
Did
venomous.
you face one?
These are American snakes. This is the equivalent to our brown house snake,
Yep. Okay.
and the corn snake in America is the same as the brown house snake.
So it's a constrictor.
It's a constrictor, yeah.
Right.
Now, these are the two mothers, both of them laid eggs, and the babies had
Yeah.
from this darker one. That one is the natural color when you find them in America.
In America.
That's what they look like.
Okay, wow, the under part of that snake is most beautiful.
Yeah.
Look at that, the under there. Wow.
I love that color of this one.
And aggressive? Are they not aggressive? Do they strike? Do they bite? What's the story
the
with
big
them?
ones aren't aggressive.
Sheesh, what's that? Oh, that's the crazy bigger one.
This is crazy one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this leg up one I caught it last week in town, and I've got to go and let it go tomorrow.
The underbelly color of this snake here is just incredible. Wow, what a beautiful snake. Two snakes. Hey, now you're rocking and rolling, eh? Oh my God. Woo, shit. Hey, it's aggressive, huh?
Engineering work. It was in the shop there.
Oh, in the canal. Slaps with his tail, huh?
amazing. We are best buddies now.
How many times have you been bitten?
Oh, by deadly snakes about 5 times.
Deadly. When you say deadly, we're talking.
Cobra.
Wow, really? Cobra.
Puff adders.
Puff adder, yeah.
That type of thing. Wrinkles.
Wrinkles as well. Eesh, those are some serious snakes to get caught by.
And then I've just lost my finger to an Australian brown snake.
Really, Australian brown snake. Okay,
It's
what's
one of the
it? Is
most,
it?
it's in the top 3-4 deadliest snakes in Australia.
Okay. Where did it bite you? Yeah, or in Oz?
I got bitten in Oz
Okay.
in March.
All right. Jeez, and what was it? Cytotoxic. They took your finger off. What?
It's hematoxic.
Hematoxic. Hemorrhaging, huh?
But it injects so much venom
Yeah.
that it'll kill you within 10 hours.
Within 10 hours. Wow. So now you get front, hinged fanged. Wait. Let me get this right. Back fanged, fixed fanged, and hinge fanged, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. What's the difference with all of that? Just
Well, the back fang is,
that's the hemotoxic guys
yeah,
usually,
the
isn't it?
fangs are situated right behind
Behind
the
the-
eye there.
Behind the mouth, the back of the mouth,
The
actually.
back of the mouth.
Yeah.
And they fixed.
And they fixed. Yeah.
And then all the adders are front fang but hinged.
Hinged.
Because the fangs are so long. You see
Yeah.
it's right now. They're so long they have to hinge like that so that it can close its mouth.
You can close its mouth. Okay.
And the cobras and the mambas are just short front fangs,
Yeah.
short fixed
Fixed.
fangs. Yeah.
Yeah. But the cobra's got quite a nasty bite. The spitting cobra, isn't it? It's a neuro and cytotoxic.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. But it's such a common snake apparently, and it's so deadly. We just took one out of my pool. The other arms came in to get out of my pool the other day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, they're very, very common.
Yeah. So why don't we have enough antivenom for that snake? Here's a cobra right here. We're talking cobras.
Yeah,
What's this
that's a
cobra?
baby,
It's a baby cobra.
baby
Hello.
snouted cobra.
Snouted cobra. Yeah.
He's about a year old, 8 months old now. I've been bitten by many puff adders, probably 4 or 5 already.
4 or 5 puff adders. And what happens? Do you treatment, antivenom? What happens?
No, well, once I got antivenom from a puff adder, but I was allergic to it.
Really?
So always I make sure when a snake bites me, they inject just under the skin of my stomach 2 milliliters. And a full dose is 10 milliliters. So they inject 2 milliliters every time I get bitten to see whether I'm allergic. Because that allergy, the anaphylactic shock that the allergy causes, will kill you in 10 minutes.
Wow.
And about 20% of all human beings are allergic to the antivenom.
Antivenom, yeah.
So the doctors must inject you, and within 5 minutes, your whole stomach will, up to your chest will just go red.
Yeah.
And you'll start even getting, I got convulsions. The doctor had to inject me into the vein
Yeah.
with adrenaline.
Uh-huh.
Two vials.
Wow.
Get me back again.
Get you back. Really. But now is it different antivenom for different snakes, like the cytotoxic, the neuro? So you got to have the right antivenom clearly.
The adders have got their venom for all the adders cytotoxic.
Yeah.
And then the cobras, mambas have got antivenom, neurotoxic
Neurotoxic.
called polyvalent.
Uh-huh.
And then you get antivenom for hemotoxic for the boomslang.
Yeah, the
vine snake.
boomslang, yeah, the vine snake, yeah. That's
And why we don't have it here?
Yeah.
Because the antivenom normally only lasts for about 2 years. Even
years.
if you put it in the fridge, it's only got a shelf life of about 2 years.
2 years, yeah.
And it's very expensive. The guys are paying now in South Africa about $200 a vial.
A vial. And with that spitting cobra, you need 10 vials apparently. Is that correct?
Well,
Depends.
if it gives you a full bite,
Yeah.
the spitting cobra will inject enough venom to kill 4 or 5 people.
Wow.
So you're going to need, if it gives you a full bite, you'll probably need 4 or 5 vials of it.
Uh-huh.
Whereas a gaboon viper and a mamba, if a mamba gives you a full bite, you're going to probably need 7, 8, 9 vials.
Wow. There you go. Can I give check his tail? He's gonna bite me.
That
sun,
rat
he's
is
getting the
just
sun.
loose skin.
Is it?
Every time they shed,
Just loose skin.
Yeah, you see.
The piece is broken off there already.
Really? Wow, so that's a rattlesnake, and that's what makes the noise. The
Yeah,
instrument.
that's what makes the noise.
Yeah. Watch this guy. Yeah, where is he going?
It's the most common one you get. All the movies that you see of rattlesnakes, 90% are these ones.
Can I hold her, Mr. Chris?
She bites
scared
this
it'll
one.
bite you, and it bites like a dog, that thing.
She won't let go.
Oh, it won't let go, and there's just blood everywhere.
Check this, is that real?
Wow, it's huge.
Africa's deadliest.
Black mamba.
That's huge. Yes, very good. A machine of a snake. Yeah, it's gonna kill you, bro. Quickly. Woo! Wow, that is the serious, the longest in the world. Is that
Longest
correct?
fangs of any snake in
Of
the
any
world.
snake in the world, from a kaboon viper. What happened to the snake?
They shed their fangs from time to
They shed
time. The
their
ones
fangs?
we just pick up in there.
Oh, really? The fangs grow again?
Mm.
Wow, that's so interesting, eh?
You see, and you can see the hole here where the
It's in the
venom.
hole. Where the venom?
You see,
Yeah.
just get where the venom goes in there.
There, yep.
In there, there's the channel where the venom goes in,
Yep.
like
And
that.
this is
And then the
yeah.
venom comes out over there, about there. There's a little hole there.
Little. Okay, wow.
So like a hypodermic needle.
Yeah.
The only
And
thing
sharp,
different-
sharp. I mean, if that thing bites you here,
Yeah.
the fang will come out on the other side.
My favorite is camping and sleeping outside, and one of my fears of doing this is getting bitten by a snake. And today I'm sitting with a survivor of someone that is bitten by a spitting cobra. As we discussed, this is a neurocytotoxic, and this is Jonesy. Hi Jonesy, thanks for taking the time to meet us.
No problems, okay.
How are you doing?
Yeah, all right.
Good. So Jonesy, you are a survivor of a spitting cobra bite, yeah?
Yes.
One of my scariest snakes. It's a cytoneurotoxic. Tell us about it. What happened?
I was in Escudini district in the bush, and some reasonably long grass, and I must have stood on it because it didn't rear up, it didn't spit at me. 3 months prior to that, I'd actually been spitten in the eyes by a spitting cobra down in Unetsi in the southeast of the country. And that snake was not aggressive at all as far as biting goes. It reared up at me.
Yeah.
It was at night, and I heard something at my feet, and I had to look. It was dark, and I had to look down. And anyway, I got spat in the eyes by that one. And as soon as it spat 3 times. It took off. But this one on the 13th of April.
13th of April.
Yeah, there was no warning. There was no spitting. It didn't rear its head. None of the above. It just bit.
Was it at day? In the daytime?
10 o'clock in the morning. So I'm thinking I stood on it, and its natural reaction was to bite in self-defense.
Self-defense, yeah. It struck back.
Yeah.
Possibly basking. It's winter now. Well, it's coming into winter.
Yeah, no, it was reasonably cool at the time. Yeah, if it was basking in the sun, I probably would have seen it.
You'd have seen it,
It was in the grass.
Yeah.
And I cannot wear a freak accident.
Okay.
Absolute freak.
And that exact moment, what happened? Did you see the snake bite you? Did you feel it?
I felt it bite me, and I pulled my leg out the grass. And by the time I got my leg up here, the snake was still attached. So
It held on.
Yeah, it was holding on. So I knew that it did. In the back of my mind, I knew that it had put a lot of venom in. But in the front of the mind, I was hoping it was a dry bite, sort of in self-defense.
Because they can give dry bites.
They
cobras.
can give dry bites in self-defense. Anyway, it turns out it wasn't a dry bite.
Okay.
It was, it put a lot of venom in.
Wow. From there, what happened? Were you alone? Did you have company?
Fortunately, I had my father with me at the time, and yeah, we jumped in the car and drove as hard as we could to Bulawayo, to the Martyr Day. But yeah, 20 minutes, half an hour in, the nausea set in, the poison takes effect. So I was vomiting profusely, and then I got the most incredible pain in the diaphragm. And
is that the neurotoxic kicking in there?
I'm assuming that's a neurotoxic. I'm not a
respiratory.
I'm not. I wasn't battling with breathing. I didn't have any irregular heart rate or any of the above. But I'm thinking it was the neurotoxin that was kicking in the diaphragm. But certainly the incessant vomiting. I was warned. I was told to drink as much water as I possibly could. And it was like a switch. You switch the switch on, and the nausea comes, and then you switch it off, and you're absolutely fine.
Yeah.
And that's when I was drinking a lot of water in between.
Yeah. And in the time you drove from site to hospital, what were you in pain, or what was happening?
Initially it felt like somebody had taken hot cooking oil and injected it in there.
Wow.
And it maintained temperature. And then from there on in, it felt like somebody was holding a hot coal. I'd say an hour and a half after the bite, somebody had a hot coal and they were just holding it on my leg, and it stayed like that for 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
That's a long time, man.
Yeah, it was a long time and a tremendous amount of pain. I cannot describe.
Tremendous amount of pain.
I cannot describe the pain. Yeah.
Wow. And when you got to town?
I got here to the Martyr Day, got rushed into the emergencies, and unfortunately we didn't have the antivenom.
They didn't have the antivenom.
We had 1 vial of antivenom.
Wow.
And it was futile, really.
It was expired.
It was expired, but the doctor's advice from South Africa was if it was murky or crystallized, don't use it.
Okay.
And it was only expired by 28 days, I think it was.
Yeah.
So it wasn't too bad, but 1 vial was futile.
And how many vials did you need?
I needed a minimum of 10 vials.
Wow, a minimum of 10 vials, and we only had 1 vial.
Yeah, 1 vial.
Did panic just not kicking at that moment when you heard all this? There's only 1 vial, you need 10 vials.
I guess there was a certain amount of panic, but it is what it is, and you've got to deal with the situation as it is. And I reacted to that antivenom, but It wasn't too bad. I just got a rash.
Get the reactions.
Yeah.
Okay. It can get hectic though, isn't it?
Yeah,
Antivenom.
yeah. Fortunately, I didn't.
Yeah.
You know, you can go into anaphylactic shock,
Yep.
but I didn't. I got a serious rash, and they put a antihistamine into me,
Okay.
which calmed the rash down, and I don't know. Within 3 or 4 hours, the rash had pretty much dissipated.
And where did it bite you?
Just above the ankle,
Above the
about about 6 inches above the ankle, and that's another thing which made me think I stood on it more than anything else. All the snake experts that I've been talking with, I showed them the bite site, and they all say it's very low for a cobra.
For cobra. Cobra's
So,
above the knee usually, isn't it?
Normally higher bite,
Okay. So
higher up on the leg.
Yeah.
So all the more reason why I stood on it. I'm thinking I stood on it, and it only had a third of the body to come up or so to bite me. It was only able to bite me as high as it bit me.
Wow. And then treatment in Zimbabwe, obviously you told me previously that it's locked down, we couldn't get you out the country.
Yes, well, it was slap bang in the middle of the COVID crisis, so flying to South Africa evacuation to South Africa was an absolute no-no. They just flat refused, and even if they had, I think it would have been a bit more of a nightmare than what we anticipated. We weren't thinking clearly at the time. There would have been all sorts of quarantine measures.
Yes, that's right.
Getting there, and then getting back.
Getting back, yeah.
Also would have been a bit of a nightmare. Yeah. But I was here in Bulawayo for a little bit, and then unfortunately an infection set in, and there's a wonderful facility up in Harare.
Nice. Glad to hear this.
Yeah, Milton Park Medical Center. We are blessed to have a facility like that.
Glad to hear that.
We really are. Evacuated up to Harare, and I was under a Mr. Bowers and a Dr. Gunning. What magicians! What phenomenal people! They took care of me.
Really? What is the treatment? What happens with Spitting Cobra?
Well, because I didn't get the antivenom that was needed, it was symptomatic treatment. So. Before I went up to Harare, I actually went into surgery here in Bulawayo. The infection, I had what they call a compartment syndrome, so my leg was very swollen. Here in Bulawayo, they did a fasciotomy, which is really splitting of the skin so that the swelling, the skin doesn't burst. That's what I'm led to believe. I'm not a doctor, so it's terminology that was used there. And then what the specialist here in Bulawayo did was he emaciated all the rotten skin away for what the poison had done up until then. The poison wasn't out of my system, it was still working, but he took away what he could at the time. Then I got up to Harare, and it was more of a debridement than anything else. The initial stages of gangrene had set in, so they just cleaned that up. Before the infection set in, I had a little procedure done on the bed, which was the first surgery. Then second surgery was after the infection set in. Then I got to Harare, and they did a debridement there. Second debridement, where the body had then worked the poison out, and they just had to tidy it up a bit.
It's a long process.
It's a long process,
really?
Yes.
Yeah, a lot of pain in that process.
Indescribable pain.
We got morphine or anything? What happened?
I was initially on pethidine, so starting here in Bulawayo, I was on pethidine. And then by the time I got my skin graft, which was after the second debridement, I then went in for skin graft. They switched me over to morphine because of the addiction problems of pethidine and addiction problem to morphine. And again, credit to the doctors, the
Thank you, doctors!
in Harare. They're incredible. They really are. Attention to detail that they paid was just was second to none.
Well, I'm glad to hear all the treatment happened right here in Zimbabwe,
Yes.
because sometimes there's so many stories about our country and this and that, but everything happened right here in Zimbabwe, and we got treated. We couldn't evacuate you.
Yes.
Now you're going through skin grafting. Are you finished with the skin grafting? Is that done?
Yeah. No, did the skin graft, and again, the doctor that did it, absolute magician.
Yeah.
Currently, dressing change every day.
Still today?
Still today.
Really?
I've got to change every day.
And you take on snakes now? Are you done? You know what? I've been making this video. It's been taking me some time to make this snake video what I'm trying to do is educate people. Too many snakes get
Yes.
killed for nothing, actually. Really.
Absolutely.
So, but making this video, I've been going to bed with like nightmares. I close my eyes, I still see snakes. How did you handle that? Did you have any problems with that? Sorry to ask, but did you have any trauma? I mean, a cobra stuck on your foot and flicking it off. How big was the snake?
It was 1.2 meters.
1.2 meter spitting cobra on my leg.
Yeah.
And that will torment me for the rest of my life. Sorry to say that.
No, I understand.
Yeah.
No, I did have a phobia. The nurses up in Harare woke me up one night to take blood, and I honestly thought they were waking me up to warn me about a snake.
Ish.
I was dreaming it, and but no, I'm well over that now.
Nice.
And I've still got I've always had a healthy respect for snakes, and I still do have a healthy respect for snakes, and I do joke about it. I do make no bones about making jokes about kill every snake you see.
Safe snake is a dead snake. That's what you told me.
But
yeah, we know it's a joke.
But no, that's all.
Jonesy, thanks so much for
Only a
this
pleasure.
interview.
So, and you know, and again, I'm no hero for surviving a snake bite. It's you know, just if it does happen to somebody, do what you can to identify the snake. Kill it if you can. Don't chop its head off and throw the head away, because the head is used for identification. Very important. And bring the snake, get to a medical facility as quickly as you can with the snake if you can. Get hold of Mr. Crooks, or there's several others. There's Chris Burton, there's you know them all.
Yeah, we're very fortunate here in our town. We've got a lot of good snake experts.
We've got Ross Johnson. And just get hold of any one of them. They're very helpful. And identify that snake and get to a medical facility as quick as possible.
And another question quickly is tourniquet. Did you guys use a tourniquet with this bite?
No.
What did you treatment? What did you guys just leave it like that? You didn't try and suck the venom out or nothing? No tourniquet.
No tourniquet with cytotoxin. You need to let it spread as much as it possibly can, so that the body can fight it from all angles.
Do you use tourniquet with any bites? Which should you use it like the cytotoxic, the puff adder?
No, not with let that also dissipate as best as it
no tourniquet.
Neurotoxin, yes.
Okay.
Hematoxin, yes.
Okay, tourniquet then.
Tourniquet. You've got to stop the blood flowing.
Stop the blood, because it's a tricky thing, tourniquet.
It is a very tricky thing, but for up to 4 hours, there's no problem, to have a complete block of stop of blood flowing to the leg.
Alright guys, so you heard it. You heard it all from someone that has been bitten by a snake. Get to medical treatment as quick as possible. Don't be clever trying sucking out venoms and doing your own kind of thing. Get to hospital. That's about it, isn't it? Get to professionals, the snake people. Mr. Crooks will like the advice you've been given. And don't kill snakes. Here's a man that's been bitten by a snake. Yes, if it's in your yard, call someone. They can remove it for you, but thanks, Jonesy.
Don't kill it.
Thank you very much, man. It was such a pleasure chatting to you, man. Thank you for educating us all on this scary issue for me, man. Like I said, I'm always sleeping I just sleep outside under a tree, put my mattress outside there and sleep outside, and apparently they like to sneak in for warmth. That's not cool to me.